What's up, guys? I'm Jamal Nolan, and this is a list of the top 10 best autobiographies you can read for 2022. I am a huge fan of autobiographies, so that's why this list is composed of all autobiographies with some life lessons and a dab of self-help. I am making this list to share with you guys some of the greatest stories that I read this year, and I hope that you leave a comment down below with some of your favorite books so I can check them out next year in 2022. I actually have a goal of reading at least 52 books next year, so I'm definitely going to need some recommendations down below in the comment section. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit thumbs up, subscribe, and bell notification button. Now let's get into the list. Let's start with number 10, Seth Rogen, Yearbook. This book is incredible. It is composed of a bunch of stories from Seth Rogen's life, and what I really enjoyed about listening to this book is he chose just some of the funniest moments in his life along with some serious moments to share. Number 9, Gucci Mane, the autobiography of Gucci Mane. Now this book is just raw, it's gritty, it's street. It's Gucci walking us through his entire life selling drugs and how he got into the rap game. And this book is so transparent and open, but I absolutely love it. Russ, it's all in your head. Now this book is a little bit of life stories and autobiography-ish, but it's also primarily a self-help book of Russ just giving us life lessons and principles that he learned through some of his trials and tribulations in his life. Number 7, Angie Martinez, My Voice. This is an absolutely phenomenal life story. Angie Martinez walks us through her entire life story all the way up to today, basically, and explaining to us exactly how she found her voice in the media industry. Coming in at number 6, I have Rick Ross, The Perfect Day to Boss Up. Now this book practically picks up where Rick Ross's last book left off, and he talks about all the different ways he was able to survive and thrive during quarantine. It's actually a super dope book packed with principles and life lessons on how to get money and hustle. Shout out to Rick Ross for this incredible follow-up book. At number 5, we have Prodigy with My Infamous Life. Talk about a shocking, jarring, hardcore life story. This autobiography about Prodigy is so eye-opening, and you instantly get a whole new level of respect for him by reading the trials and tribulations he had to go through as a child and growing up in the music industry. Prodigy was a legend. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Coming in at number 4, we have Jeff Benedict, who wrote the biography. This one is a biography of Tiger Woods, which is also what the HBO documentary is inspired by. Man, listen, this Tiger Woods autobiography is so detailed, it's so precise, and we get so much information. I absolutely love this book. I was able to learn so much new information about one of the greatest athletes of all time. Tiger Woods' journey as a professional athlete and as a youth is absolutely phenomenal, and it's an incredible life story. I have to say that all 3 of these books could be number 1, number 2, or number 3. I could mix and match them easily because all 3 of these books were my absolute favorite things to read this year, and I will revisit these books several times each year because I found the stories and the life lessons in each one of those books so profound. So at the moment, coming in at number 3 is Matthew McConaughey's Green Light. Oh, I struggled at putting this at number 3, but it was such an incredible story. Like, Matthew McConaughey's life story is unbelievable. And if you don't know much about Matthew McConaughey, if you do know a lot about Matthew McConaughey, this book is well worth picking up. I think that this is by far the most detailed, he called it a memoir, the most detailed autobiography that I read this year, and he gets into everything. He tells you how every single role came about, how he performed in every single movie. Like, I loved it. I thought that this book by Matthew McConaughey was absolutely incredible. Coming in at number 2 is a book that was written years ago, and is exclusively only available on Audible. And I just stumbled across it this year. It's Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. This book is all about Trevor Noah's life and upbringing in South Africa during apartheid, and exactly how difficult it was for Trevor to escape and to succeed. And some of the things that Trevor goes through as a smart, bright, young, bad South African kid is so incredible. Like, I never anticipated that Trevor would have such a phenomenal backstory and a crazy life and upbringing. It's a great story from Trevor Noah, and I truly appreciated some of the lessons that were in there, but also just the life that he lived. Check that book out for sure. And my number 1 book is Will Smith's Will. This book is so incredible, and because it's Will Smith, there's obviously so many life lessons involved in this book, but I think this book from Will is being talked about a lot of different ways in the media, but if you actually sat down and read the book, it all makes sense. Everything that he shared in the book makes so much sense, and it is by far one of my top favorite autobiographies I ever read. But just like I said, so are the other 2 in this top 3. I think that every autobiography on this list should be read, but especially the top 3. This Will Smith book goes into great detail about his upbringing and life in Philadelphia, how he broke into the rap industry, how he transitioned to become a movie star, how he manifested being the number 1 top box office superstar in movies. Will Smith discusses everything about his life in this book, and I love the honesty, I love the transparency, and it was greatly appreciated. This was my list of top 10 autobiographies for you guys to read in 2022.